Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aries February 1, 2022. Your mental processes might be sparked today by intense and vivid dreams. You could wake up wondering why you dreamed what you did, and what it has to do with what's going on in your life. Dream books can be helpful, but more importantly, what do the symbols mean to you? The symbols, or even the story itself, could set in motion a mental chain of events resulting in a new project of some kind. Make the most of it. An unpleasant situation may arise to which your first reaction is to protect those closest to you from the truth. You may be tempted to lie about it, or at least avoid mentioning the situation. Don't give in to the temptation, however. Your desire to shield those you love is understandable, but could lead to upsets in the future. There are things you can't protect people from forever, and most people prefer to know the facts. Is it reasonable to imagine that the impossible could actually happen? Well, it might just happen today. You may have been working hard on a project, trying to wrap up a sale or getting ready for a promotion for the last few weeks. Today, you could get the encouragement and rewards you have worked so hard for. You have a good reason to be proud of yourself. Attainment of your financial goals may seem temporarily stalled due to circumstances beyond your control. This could cause you to feel frustrated and ineffective, and you might be tempted to take out those frustrations on those around you. Don't fall into this trap. It's not their fault, and it's only temporary anyway. Try to distract yourself with something you enjoy, and tomorrow you should be back on track. The well-being of your loved ones will be your main concern. You will strive to create an atmosphere of harmony in your family, quite simply because, influenced by Venus in a harmonic aspect, you will feel in harmony with yourself. You will feel assaulted by a friend who overwhelms you with their advice. Put things back in place gently. Counselors are not payers. It will take a lot of tact and diplomacy not to lose a good relationship. That would be too stupid. You'd just as soon spend the day on your own, but that might not be possible. Just get some alone time in little bursts throughout the day that should keep you sane. It's a little as if you need to do everything at the same time right now. An extra pair of hands and some additional hours in the day are what you really need to get everything done. It's your nerves that may pay the price of this fast-paced existence. You can't go on like this. Rather than giving up on your goals, why not simply give yourself more time to reach them? Making some plans to get together with friends or family can make this day go much smoother. The essence of this day strives to bring balance to your life, 9, by adding a touch of light-hearted fun to the day. Focusing on work can be tough when this is happening, but plans can be a light at the end of the. You are emotionally much stronger than usual, and you will be surprised at the events, thoughts, and conversations that you command with your words. Most of the time, it is you who follows others. You go with the flow of the people around you. You are laid back and happy with just about anything. Today, however, you naturally take the lead and show others how things should be done. People would be foolish not to join hands and follow along. While things are starting to move on both the income and job fronts that will not only continue over the coming months, but in tandem, it is the dwarf planet Ceres that is providing the right insight at the right time. In the final days of a mission to better understand your needs and priorities on the job front, especially when it comes to job satisfaction and a sense of purpose, as she crosses the lunar node, Ceres is highlighting the importance of knowing when to keep your work hat on and when to take it off. With the lunar nodes no longer policing a balance between your personal and relationship needs but a new relationship chapter just 9 days away, the moon's return to your communication sector today couldn't be more important. While this will make it easier to get the communication lines open, this begins the lead up to a new moon that also makes this an opportunity for a fresh start. You have a sentimental side that can sometimes be triggered by listening to old music. Today you could hear songs on the radio or play an old CD and find yourself transported back to earlier times in your life. You could experience a real mixture of emotions as part of this. In some ways, you might long for those earlier times, and yet it was also a tough period for you. Action planet Mars, currently in Virgo, aligns with the moon today. As soon as you wake up, you'll jump out of bed and be eager to embrace life at its fullest. Your energy level will be extremely high, urging you to take life by the horns and be open to anything that comes your way. The flip side to this transit is that we may become a little bit more argumentative because we're unwilling to see points of view other than our own. Think about whether or not you want to engage in an argument before you start picking fights with people out of the blue. The Moon and Mars are both in Virgo, so it's advisable to know when to let your temper flare. You might decide that it isn't worth the drama and take a less aggressive approach to matters. The Moon enters Libra tonight, adding order and balance to our emotions. The Moon in Libra asks us to come to an understanding or reconciliation with friends and partners. Peace and love will fill your heart and mind, giving you the push to make good on promises and be kind in the way you choose to express your innermost sentiments. After this morning's fraught vibes, have a chill evening as you pamper yourself. In the morning, the Virgo new moon opposes Jupiter in Capricorn, making us vulnerable to others' jealousies. In centering conversations around our own experiences, we can come off as showboat-y. We are entirely naive to this, unable to see ourselves realistically and believing that we are making friends when we are really attracting people who want to see us knocked off our pedestal. We should be mindful of how we are presenting ourselves, as well as the company we are keeping. Perhaps it will be better to put off new introductions until later in the morning, as the moon enters its void following this aspect. We only get one chance to make a first impression, so we might as well hedge our bets. 2.5 hours later, the moon enters Virgo, ending its void of course. Over the next 2 days, our interests lie in organizing, restructuring, and perfecting our routines. Doing so gives us a feeling of emotional satisfaction, as if we are insulating ourselves from the disorganization and clutter of the outside world. The same attitude that enables us to tackle tedious mundane duties and also make us critical of others' choices or predispositions. Aim to stay on your own path and let others live their lives. You'll save more energy this way.